Good evening to our fellow friends and to our lecturer. So today we will present our slide, our report, our assignment. So before we start, I will introduce myself. My name is Haery and Magdalena.
My name is Marion Ann Joyce.
My name is Norsyahirah, Binti and Jamalludin.
My name is Sharifah Norraha Bazwin, Binti Syed Bazwini.
Okay, next. So this is the article, our main article that we chose. Next. This slide we were telling you about the introduction about the article, both of them, the method, result, discussion about finding of research and importance of cognitive, and our conclusion. Then I will pass to my friend.
So for the first article, which is about the COVID-19 pandemic caused widespread disruption affecting children's well-being globally. Families endured multiple lockdowns and school closures. However, the long-term effect of the pandemic on preschool children's development remain unclear, especially considering their heightened sensitivity to stress during this period of brain plasticity. While numerous studies have examined social-emotional outcomes in children during the pandemic, few have investigated its impact on neurocognitive functioning. Current studies face limitations, including small, select samples, reliance on parental reports, and lack of pre-pandemic comparison groups. To address these issues, this study combines assessment of social-emotional and neurocognitive development during the pandemic using both parent-reported and based performance measures, comparing them to a pre-pandemic cohort from the same study. I'll pass to the next presenter.
So the article saying that the method that they're using is they have two tools. The children participant and the data collection, children from Ontario birth study assess their develop at 24 and 54 months. That means that the age of 2 years old and 4.5 years old. The data will collect through questioning complete by their mother, either in person or over the phone. So the tools that they use is Age and Stage Questionnaires third edition and modified checking for autism into these two tools they use for 2 years old and the NIH toolbox early childhood connective battery is used for age 4.5 years old. So next. I will pass to my friend.
Okay, so the result is by cohort characteristic, 258 children assessed before pandemic and 460 during the pandemic, 417 children before pandemic. So the 24 months and 54 months represent two groups of children that were sectionally, my bad. Data found 129 children contributed. Pandemic exposed lower adjusted odds of problem-solving these difficulties. And the third one, significantly higher risk of personal social, 95%. Two groups no different on the M chart. Groups, pandemic exposed group significantly higher problem solving skills. Groups of the similar result, fine motor skills, vocabulary, and memory scores. Compared non-exposed group as well, higher cognitive composites. And lastly, children's social emotional functioning between exposed and non-exposed groups. And the discussion will be the findings of the result, where the first one is children problem solving higher problem and fine motor skills around 2 years old. Second one, exposed were the significantly on data research. The third one, personal social skills lower to compare the non-exposed. 4 years old children during pandemic had problem in visual, memory, eye coordination was higher in vocabulary cognitive performance. Large sample found the social demographic comparable groups. Personal social skills lower children tested found a mixed result assessing association between pandemic exposure and children. Lastly, children needed to get the caregiver and attention more during lockdown to scaffold their skills. Next presenter has to end.
Okay, so the important connective that we found is that they have three. The first one is connective simulation. During the pandemic, children exposed to more individual attention and connective activity at home show improved connective skill, demonstrate the role of connective simulation in education. As you know, in the age of 2, that show that the connective is more better than than the before the pandemic. And meanwhile for the 4.5 years old show the same result also. So they got high connective simulation than before, but they have but for 2 years old they have kekurangan sedikit because of their role of social interact, because they only sit at home because of the pandemic. So the second is role of social interaction. Connective theory also stress the importance of social interact. For developing pandemic exposed children had low personal social skill, enforcing the theory claim that social interaction are essential for overall cognitive and emotional development. As you know, social development is one of the important because they need to communicate with their friends or peers, because it helps them to learn new language and to solve problem solving. So the third one, influence of environment on learning. Cognitive theory implies that a child environment effect that cognitive develop. The study show how the pandemic environment influence cognitive skill and particularly problem solving and fine motor skill. As you know, and pandemic we need to stay at home, so it's similar to the number one that I just said, that they need to stay at home and they interact with their parents or caregiver. So that's where it's influence the connective skill. They are playing or making some puzzle at home for untuk hilangkan dorang punya rasa bosan, and that's why their cognitive development makin okay, makin meninggi. Okay. So I will pass to our next presentation.
Here is the introduction for the second article. Firstly, particular, the first 3 years is a critical period for cognitive development. Cognitive skills formed during the period serve as the foundation for later cognitive abilities. Research has shown that cognitive skills at age 3 are predictive of preschool-age cognitive skill, with coefficient ranging from 0.36 to 0.34. However, fluctuations in cognitive development before age 3 are common, especially in development countries. Studies have found varying rate of cognitive delay among young children. In the United States, 28% of cognitively delayed children remain persistently delayed between 9 and 24 months, while 72% were newly delayed. Another study showed that nearly 70% of children with cognitive delay at 9 months coverage to normal cognition by 24 months. Trajectories of cognitive development before age 3 have been linked to behavior outcome at preschool age. Next. Here the method for Article 2. The data were collected from a longitudinal study conducted in 11 nationally designed poverty counties in the Qinghai Mountain area of China, which is recognized from its concentrated poverty involved 1.245 children with survey conducted over 6 years, aged 6 to 12 months to 49 to 65 months. Researchers use cluster sampling and measure cognitive development with the Bailey Scale of Infant Development, BSID, for infant and Wechsler Preschool and Primary Scale of Intelligence, WPPSI, for older children assessing overall intelligence. Next.
Okay. For the result is for the sample according to the structure and different number of estimation samples, and also the children are connected of around the 6 until 12 and 22 and 22 until 32 and 29 until 58 months. And the result has found out the data of developer and the system of healthy is the motor and the development of the and preschool age and FFIQ to obtain extremely significant different delay children, and also the house of correct interjection of children genetics. And this result also have been found the development children length is the main focus of learning groups. So from this result, we did not diagnosis that put the history of the healthy to the cognitive development that display to distinction by giving individual environment. The result will depend on the neurodevelopment phenotype around the age 2 until 24 months, general level of children activity in the ear peripheral and eye contact to the soft stimulation, and around the 15 months until 5 years old, and 11 months called CID is for children development interacting, the test children getting to identify the problem of development. Next. Okay. So from the result has been found out, and we have been finding the growing age of at different levels and the pace of development in the term of physical and the mental. And they also found out the gross motor, fine motor skills, sincere physical, and the way of the response. This way, this response has begun to how the process the children have to grow up and how development that cognitive have been processed by the motor skill and fine motor skills. And this mind gap can be observed to see the change occurs every month. So, student behavior be detected by the observation and change every month around 6 to 25 months. And different for children with autism and delay response that will be depend on their gross motor and fine motor skill and the delay by different level and also the stress of development in the terms of physical and mental because they are autism and social. And the impact in motor skills to play that needs to be inherited physical. Example, PTHW, baby, how the baby hold the bottom meat and also how their communication and sensory when they are acting and moving. Okay, no? Alright, for the important connectivity theory on education, we found out the demographic factor, development trajectory, and impact of delay. So first of all, the demographic factor, the parental education and family income into the connectivity development. So education strategies should be considered of the factor to be better support children for divided background. That's for the demographic factor and also development trajectory and children development phase that was never delayed and progressively delayed, improving and deteriorating. And early initiation can be positively change this regression and improve the cognitive outcome. Development regression is for the children have been found they have delay cognitive and also the impact of the delay is producing delay or deterioration development before as the result in the lower cognitive score by preschool highlight in early initiation. Next.
So for the conclusion, is early childhood development is a complex process involving cognitive, emotional, social, and physical growth. Consistent guidance and support are critical during this stage, marked by rapid changes in children's reaction and emotional stability. Balanced nutrition also play a vital role in ensuring proper growth and development. Creating a holistic environment emphasizing both mental and physical well-being is essential for enabling children to reach their full potential. Next. Thank you. That's all from us.